What's up, everybody? How's it going? Moses here, bringing you another Path of Exile video guide, and this time Charged Dash. Yes, Charged Dash is not a fun skill. I haven't been having fun, I haven't been enjoying myself with this. It's kind of annoying to target, it's kind of annoying to control, but the damage is solid, and I'm playing the Soul Self Found. I had this in Pulse 6 linked for like, I don't know, maybe a month and a half now, and I accidentally linked this Brain Rattler, and it does convert 50% of the physical damage into lightning. It does give 20% lightning pen. It gives an additional chance to shock and slows monsters, attack and cast speed, or not attack, but like move speed and cast speed. And it seems like a pretty solid weapon to try out the new and revamped Charge Dash. So the character is currently level 80. Gem links, let's go through. The Charge Dash is in the body with increased area of effect that we can swap to lightning penetration against, guardians and bosses and such. Elemental damage with attacks, increased critical strikes, maim, and melee physical damage. In another 6 link, I have a Ancestral War Chief linked with physical to lightning, with conk effect, melee fizz, elemental damage with attacks, and faster attacks. Some other links I have an ice golem right here, cast when damage taken with a mortal call, and enfeeble, which I should remove because it doesn't make any effect because I have blasphemy and assassin's mark. So essentially it's just cast when damage taken, immortal call. Maybe we can put in here Val Haste, Val Grace or something. Arctic Armor, Blood Rage, with Blasphemy Assassin's Mark for the power charges and crits and all that action, as well as Leap Slam, Blood Magic, faster attacks, and Fortify. For the gear, I'm currently using an Essence Worm with Wrath, but I'm probably going to change that because Wrath simply just takes so much intelligence, and it makes me kind of use this fertile mind to convert the dexterity into intelligence. Without it, I can't have the Wrath Aura. Wrath Aura requires 156 intelligence at level 20, I think, or 154, which is quite a bit for, a dexterity-based character. Dexterity and some strength we have here, so maybe I'll just remove it. But the reason I used Wrath, because obviously more lightning damage to attacks, and I had this one Watcher's Eye with lightning damage while affected by Wrath. Granted, Wrath, Essence Worm, and this type of Watcher's Eye would be amazing for something like a Lightning Trapper, and maybe I'll make a build around that later. But yeah, Enfeeble, again, I'm not really sure if it's doing anything because monsters are constantly under the effect of Assassin's Mark, but I mean, for now it's right here. No biggie. Other than that, we have some resist, life, elemental damage with attacks, crit multi. Actually, no crit multi, because I had to remove the crit chance to be able to get that cold resist that I need right now for my character. But this one has life, some elemental damage, some stats. The weapon itself requires 212 strength, so that's quite a bit of strength. So I needed something with a lot of attributes. I mean, yeah, 218 right now without it, but yeah, the intelligence and the strength definitely required with a Brain Rattler, which is quite a unique weapon. I mean, you don't really see it being used too often in any build. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen a single build using this Brain Rattler. Yeah, only one Divine it took me to get to near perfect stats here. I got pretty lucky there. And yeah, on the belt, I had this one that increased stun duration on an enemy, and we have that, increased stun duration with the Brain Rattler. So things are getting stunned here and there, so that's pretty cool. And as well, bunch of life, LE damage, bunch of resists, kind of needed that here. We have some move speed, strength, cold res life, and here as well. I mean, I basically just started out mapping. We, like, I don't know, 3 hours of level 68 to 80 or something, 3 or 4 hours of mapping, and we reached level 80. Yeah, some attack speed on the gloves. Flask setup, I am a raider. Again, Rain of Arrows was a lot of fun, and I decided to go with the raider for this build as well. Lots of speed, immunity while phasing, dodge spell hits while phasing, Avatar of the Veil, and yeah, immunity to ailments. So we don't need any, removal suffixes on our flasks, which is allowing me to, be a bit more free with what I want on flask setup. So yeah, we got our Quartz Infusion, Rapid Assault, and for Uberlab we're gonna pick up Whale the Poacher to be able to generate frenzies against bosses, or if you're alternatively, going to be mostly mapping, Avatar of the Chase is pretty good as well for more chance to evade and increase attack damage, increase effective onslaught, which will give us even more attack speed, movement speed. So it's a bunch of damage. Really kind of a tough struggle between these two, but I think I'm gonna go with Whale the Poacher because I want to try and kill some Guardians, Shaper, and stuff like that with this character. Flask setup, again, the only removal we need is Staunching and Warding, which we have on the Diamond Flask because this is a crit build. At Serious Promise, we can double dip the elemental damage and the physical damage, gives us quite a big chunk, and of course it affects our War Chief as well. Taste of Hate seems pretty good, getting some shatters, getting some extra cold damage in, and some damage reduction against cold when we don't have our lower weave. For single targets and for big boss fights, I will end up using lower weave because it gives just amazing elemental damage reduction, big crit, and the impulses, explosions are not doing too much because we're not really attacking a bunch of monsters. We can't really make use of the shocked enemies explode thing that we get on the Impulsa for clear, but lower weave will be amazing for for boss fights. Other than that, let's look at the tree. We are basically pretty standard stuff. I picked up all the life nodes along the way to the Shadow. Shadow gives us some physical, some crit, a bunch of attack speed, very needed int as well from these nodes. We got 20, 10, 10 more, and yeah, so 40 int coming in from just these. I will pick up this node so we get 20 more intelligence, and maybe at that point we'll be able to relieve our fertile mind if we have 40 more to int just from 20 more to int just from these nodes. Maybe we'll be able to remove this and use something like this that I have right here. Fizz damage with melee weapon, lightning damage, melee crit multi, and I exalted freeze and whatever, but yeah. Or this, tax with maces, global fizz and crit multi, so we do have pretty nice jewels to use. Yeah, so we got all the life, all the crit, acro for the dodge, LA damage with attacks, a little bit of life. We're gonna get into the Heartseeker pretty soon. Couple of life nodes, thick skin, the leech, life nodes, the jewel we talked about, the Watcher's Eye, the two-handed Wrecking Ball Executioner, and then the big life scion of the life wheel of scion right here, and with some global fizz. Pretty straightforward. We're currently level 80. The build has ways more to go. I don't know how long I'm actually going to be playing it, but because it is a pretty annoying skill. But hey, we're trying out the new build every week pretty much for the end of the league, so why not? So a couple of nodes here, Heartseeker for the crit, 3 more nodes here for the jewel socket, and maybe we get into Berserking for 3 more nodes and finish the build that way. But I don't know, maybe there's some more options for us to go, maybe a little bit into the life of the Marauder. That also might be. I mean, we're pretty close. Just 3 more nodes and we can get into 10% max life node, pretty huge. Melee attack speed, melee fizz, big strength rolls here and here and here. So this will allow us to relieve a little bit of our gear and change some stuff up for a bit more damage. That's pretty much it. Uberlab's still missing. We're gonna get here probably. We already talked about. And yeah, let's kill a map. I'm currently just low level, so the way I'm leveling is basically I started out with, when I finished the story, I started out with tier 6 maps. I just crafted a bunch of tier 6 maps and rolled them, and then tier 7s, then tier 8s. Now I'm doing tier 9s, and by the time I arrive, red maps, tier 11, tier 12s, the characters should be around level 88 or so. So yeah, let's do a sepulcher and an incursion. It's a pretty fun. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really decided if it's a fun skill. Oh no, shocking ground. This is just awful. Let me re-roll this map. I don't like shocking ground at all. It's just really bad. It's just they wanted to fix it. It was static, it didn't move, and it didn't blind your eyes when you looked at it. But they changed it, and now it's garbage. So there you go. The damage is a bit like the clear speed is pretty good. Okay, I got some exiles, but like single target is very awkward. I just can't help myself. I mean, I don't know. I'm not enjoying it too much because like you don't really control your character. Maybe it takes more practice, but I mean, I've been leveling up with this skill from level 28, where you could get it after the quest in Act 3, I don't remember its name right now, Gravicious, and yeah, I mean, it's just been annoying the entire time, pretty much, so I don't know if it will change later on, but I do like the clear. I mean, the explosions and pulses explosions, when you get all that extra cold damage coming in, you got the shatters. We're not using a herald at the moment. Maybe I will change it up and find a different way of generating power charges, or just get rid of Wrath altogether and get something like Herald of Thunder for the automaton herald effect, which just look very pleasant, you know, for the eyes. Just an eye candy. We got a little bit of yeah, we can connect here. 17 more seconds, sure. So yeah, I mean, that's basically the build. We kill stuff, things explode. I'm kind of low on chromatic orbs right now, so I'm gonna pick up all these things because we are so. Ooh, a bunch of chromies, nice. Ooh, even chrome orb. And a little quiver. And pick up an alt, more chromes. I'm super low because getting 3 off colors on the Brain Rattler was in fact chrome depleting. It took me about 700 chromatics, believe it or not. It took me about 700 chromatics to get just 3 off colors. This is a pure strength, and getting 2 blue, 1 green on it was a torture. Yeah. When it comes to leveling, I picked up just like some generic 2-handed weapons, you know, and leveled up there's the boss, let's kill it. See, it's like really weird. You channel, it creates these little copies, and they but I mean, it's just hard to target anything. Half of the times you really don't know what you're doing, you know what I mean? Half of the times it's just, hey, what's happening right now? And also, rip, no flasks. Get me some flask. What is this debuff? You are slower and deal reduced damage. Yeah, it feels like it. Let's get out of here. These guys are annoying. Blood Rage is important to get our frenzies. Yeah, you get your onslaught, and maybe there's reduced flask charges in here? I don't know. No, there isn't. There's just no enemies to kill. But like you see, the clear speed is like not the most amazing thing you've ever seen. Directing the character is not very comfortable. It would be just nice if the little illusion thing would go where your mouse cursor goes, but it's not really. It just goes to the general direction where you aim your mouse, and it's not very consistent. And I don't know, not particularly fun, just kind of confusing. I'm finding myself confused most of the time and not really sure where my character is going. So I haven't been enjoying this too much. Also, the single target is just awkward. I'm not saying that there's no single target, but I'm pretty sure you just gotta aim your cursor in a way that will maximize all the projectiles, little things. Because like you channel, and then there's like some sort of spectral copies of yourself that explodes in a chain. Okay, maybe you're able to see it. See, that just kind of like there's kind of like these copies of yourself that just explode. Okay, maybe there's some sort of a way to, you know, to overlap these guys on top of each other on the same target, I mean, and cause like several explosions to hit at the same time on a target. Maybe like that's what I think you're supposed to do, but I don't know. I just have very, very hard time doing it. Maybe you guys are gonna be better at it. You know, and also it's kind of annoying when you're just kind of like randomly standing next to a pillar and you channel and you get stuck because, yeah, it doesn't go through. Oh my god, this guy is taking a while to kill. It doesn't go through enemies, so 44 monsters left. Maybe they're here in this corner. There we go. 29. Let's get out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed the build. This is basically it. Some stuff are going to be changed, but that's like the template of the character. If you feel like this is a nice character for you guys, then by all means, give it a shot. That's the template. I chose a Raider because I really like the speed and the onslaught and the frenzies, but you know, it saves you an onslaught flask that you don't have to put on your bar, leaves room for some like Taste of Hay that I was lucky enough to get. And yeah, I mean, I mean, it was pretty quick that I leveled up with maps. I mean, it was a pretty quick character overall, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not particularly satisfied. Oh yeah, also we might get into these nodes as well. We might either get into these nodes or these nodes. Probably these nodes, now that I think about it. Just 2 points and yeah, much better than, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. I'm streaming every day on twitch.tv /Moses_2265. Make sure to drop by and say hello. We're trying to make our community bigger on Twitch, making our name in Path of Exile. Like, share, subscribe to the YouTube. More guides coming up, and check out the previous videos. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time.